Good morning, Keesler. I'm Colonel Blackwell.
And Chief Esparza.
We are here with week 19 of Keesler's interaction with COVID. I'll start with a little bit of COVID data, then I'll turn over to Chief to answer some of your questions, and then we'll conclude with a little bit more data about the youth center. So from a Keesler perspective outside of the gates, we continue to monitor a rolling average, which continues to go up. Recently, Jackson County had the largest spike and is now number 8 in the overall worst counties for COVID positive numbers in Mississippi. Harrison County is number 5, and Hancock County is number 6. So the numbers off base continue to go up. The numbers inside the gates continue to go up a little bit as well, but our demographics have changed. When we first started tracking COVID 19 weeks ago, our highest numbers was with our retirees and their spouses. We have now started to see a larger number of active duty personnel getting positive COVID cases. I wanted to point that out so that we remind you when you go off base, please make sure you're following the Public Health Emergency Order number 4 and the items that we have listed in there. Please continue to be safe off base and wear your masks.
So parents, the first week of August is always pretty exciting, right? When our kids go back to school and new school supplies, new school clothes, getting to meet new friends. But we know that this year that there are concerns. And we received that feedback and questions, and we've been receiving them on our QR code. So with the 3 main school districts that are out there, each school district has their own website, and they have their own safety precautions in place. But the one thing that we can't stress enough, obviously, is masks and mask wear. So please, when you have the opportunity to find your school district that your children will be attending school at, please make sure you look at what their safety precautions are. Everyone has a little bit different one. But if you have any questions, please continue to use the QR code. Send them to us. We do have a school liaison officer, Mr. Cross, that we can bounce those ideas off of. And we'll also have his information on this Facebook post.
Over the weekend, we made a decision to close the youth center for a week. We will reopen it on the 27th of July. We did this out of an abundance of caution to make sure that we're taking care of all of the kids who go to the youth center and the parents and the faculty that work there. The week that it's going to be shut down will give us a good opportunity to do a good, thorough cleaning of the youth center. And then I know we did have a couple questions about if I have children who go to the youth center and go to the CDC, do I need to keep my children at the CDC home? The answer is no. In talking to public health, when your children at the CDC, they're actually a contact of a contact. So just because you have 2 kids at home, one that goes to the youth center and one that goes to the CDC, please keep your child at the youth center home, but your child who goes to the CDC can still attend that. Lastly, I want to give you a quick update on some of the logistics and road closures at Palesti and Hercules. I apologize, we are still working through a little bit of logistics on that end. I know that there was some confusion this morning. We will work through it to make sure that we allow traffic flow, but also keep our BMT and tech school students safe. So the chief talked about wearing your mask when we open up the schools again. I talked about the impact of when you don't wear a mask and what that does on some of the facilities on base. So again, we're going to hammer, continue to wear your masks. But I want to raise it up a little bit. We've been doing this mask thing for a while, so there really is no excuse anymore for people to be wearing torn t-shirts and other random things as cloth-based coverings. We have enough cloth-based coverings to issue you. You can get them. They're widely accessible off base. So Keesler, raise your game. Wear a cloth-based covering that follows the CDC guidance. But we also wanted to end on a positive note. So I want to do a shout out of some of the pictures that we had of people fighting through COVID, because it's not going away. It's going to be with us for a while, so we have to figure out how we continue our mission and how we continue our resiliency through it. So I want to do a shout out to ALS, who sent this picture of them fighting through COVID. I also took this picture from my camera. Not sure how good it looks. I'm not a camera expert, but it was the WSA doing our physical fitness last week, fighting through while maintaining a 6-foot distance. And then we also have a picture of public affairs and Chief and I fighting through COVID to make sure that we communicate with you guys.
While we're giving shout outs, I also want to say a big thank you to our instructors. You've been so creative and you have been innovative. And you've really been inspiring to make sure that you continue to provide the best instruction you can to our students who are going to graduate and continue to make the mission happen. So thank you very much, and we look forward to some more things that you have to offer.
Thanks for what you do, and we'll see you next week.